Experimental Unit Clone Force 99. The defective clones with the desirable mutations. They call themselves the Bad Batch.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Empire Radio Podcast. I'm Andrew.
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And if you couldn't tell by the intro, we're talking about the Bad Batch today.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing a breakdown of the trailer that was released last Tuesday. If you were here last Tuesday, you know why we didn't cover it last Tuesday. And that was because we had a special Ask Us Anything episode where we were answering listener questions. We didn't want to reschedule that. It's pretty special to us. So we're here. We're talking about the trailer. And if it's your first time, welcome.
Hello there.
And also, please know that we have a special place in our hearts for the Bad Batch. So much so that Jeremiah has not one, but two seasons of a fan fiction ready for you to listen to right now. All you got to do is just go back and scroll with your finger for a little while, and then start with season 1 if you haven't listened.
Or your whole wrist. You can put your whole wrist into it too. Like, you know how like old people always use their finger instead of their thumb to use? They like.
Dude, I use my finger.
Oh really? Like to text?
Not to text. No. But to
my
scroll.
dad uses his finger to text.
Oh, that's weird.
Those are the best.
I use my thumb on my phone.
I'm proud of you, Jeremiah. You're not that old yet.
Yeah, flip it open with my thumb.
Okay.
You have to hit some of the keys 3 or 4 different times to get to a certain letter. You know?
Yep.
Anyways, today we're talking about the Bad Batch trailer, which is why we have the different intro queued up. So a few things we're going to talk about, the things we always talk about, and then we have not one but 2 voicemails to listen to today, and then we're going to dive into the breakdown. But first, if you didn't know, we have a YouTube, we have a Facebook, and we have an Instagram account that you should definitely go follow, like, and subscribe to. On Instagram and Facebook, it is at Empire Radio Podcast. No uppercase, just all lowercase, one word, just smush it all together. Empire Radio Podcast. YouTube is Empire Radio, a Star Wars podcast.
Yep.
So those are the main 3. Now, if you want to catch the recordings of these episodes live, head over to twitch.tv/Empire Radio. Go ahead and begin following us on there, because every Tuesday night, as close to 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central as we can get it, we start recording on Twitch.
We nailed it tonight.
Yeah, we definitely were not 20 minutes late.
No, we weren't.
Fine.
We weren't. We were talking to the chat.
Yeah, technically. We were trying to set our audio levels, so. But every Tuesday night, and then when the Bad Batch show starts and some of the other content starts to roll out, we'll have 2 episodes a week. But we're not doing that right now. So for now, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Just get ready. Make sure you have notifications turned on because we will be going live. And you can catch the recordings of these and all of the extra fun stuff that goes along with that. Technical difficulties, me forgetting to hit the record button, audio not working correct. It's fun. It's a wild ride. And last but surely not least, we have a Discord dedicated to Empire Radio and anything and everything Star Wars. If you want to join that and join the party, and yes, it's a party.
Okay, speaking of the chat, I just glanced down and I just see, well, color me purple or color me blue and call me Thrawn. And that was it. That's all I saw. And I was
that's a great. I'm gonna take that expression, Tanner.
That has to be on the back of some shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Discord. We have a lot of fun in Discord. A lot of memes. A lot of great conversations. Head over to the link in our Instagram bio or a pinned post on our Facebook page. You can click that link and join through that link. It's an invitation. So,
Yeah.
you got a lot of ways to connect with us.
Do it.
And last but surely not least, if you have a question or something you want to say to us, and you don't want to wait until the next Ask Us Anything episode, head to the link under the podcast player that you're using right now and click the link to leave us a voicemail.
Yep.
You can do that. And like you're about to see, we do play them on air. So far, we haven't had one where we wouldn't play it. So I was going to say something about like if it meets the standards.
The standards. Just make sure it's appropriate. That's the standard.
Yeah. Just make sure
before
it's
you
appropriate
push
for all
play
of
on
us.
those, Andrew, you want fun fact?
Okay.
Ooh.
We're
fun.
less than a month away from Bad Batch episode 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
And surely enough, May 4th is on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's also my wife's birthday.
that's the coolest thing in the world. I forget about that.
Yeah.
Jeez. So we're going to be spending Star Wars Day with you guys. And
Part of it.
Well, yes, the podcast part, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
'Cause
we
I
might not have
do
two
need it.
episodes that week.
I was going to say I do have to spend time with my wife that
Well,
day.
yeah.
Too.
You do?
But
Oh.
She
Okay.
should
Yeah.
join us just because it's her birthday.
I don't think she would do that. She loves you guys, but
Okay. Well,
she lets.
tried.
But it's
this-
our gift to her.
Oh my god.
Tanner said,
anyways.
"Nah, Star Wars more important." Okay. Okay.
All right. Speaking of these voicemails, we have one from David and one from Lucy. This is David's first voicemail and Lucy's second voicemail. Drew, who do you want to go first?
Let's go, David, because it's the new one.
All right. Check it out.
Hey guys, this is David from Massachusetts. Finally getting around to sending you guys a voicemail.
Thanks, David.
I really enjoy the show. You guys talk Star Wars stuff in an interesting and fun way, and you guys are fun, hilarious and like have good chemistry between you all. Anyway, my question would be, what of the recently announced or relatively recently announced Star Wars projects are you guys most excited by, and why? You know, like whether it's Bad Batch or Andor or, you know, like Book of Boba or Mando Season 3 or The Acolyte or the Rangers of the New Republic, the Taika Waititi movie, whatever it is that you guys are most interested in and why. That's my question. But yeah, you guys keep up the good work. May the Force be with you.
And you as well. Drew looks like
My-
he's super focused.
My
Yeah.
top two would be, I think initially it's going to be the Obi-Wan series, just because that's like it's so close to coming to be.
Yeah.
But then Ahsoka, obviously, but that's probably 2 years, 3 years away or something.
Do you think?
So,
Wait,
I
so
think so.
I feel like, do we know when we're getting Obi-Wan yet, or is that still like?
Did they just start filming?
They're
I
gonna
think
be
it's
soon.
I think it's this month they're going to start filming. So I'm assuming it's going to be next summer, so summer 2022.
Yeah.
And then
'Cause-
Ahsoka is probably in 2023.
Wow, that would suck.
Or late 2022.
Because we're supposed to get
Christmas.
3 live action this year, aren't we, or no? Wasn't that what the rumors were?
We're getting Visions, I think, which is the
Oh,
anime
the anime stuff, which is
thing,
gonna
and
be
then
Visions,
fire.
Bad Batch.
and Book of Boba Fett.
Book of
Yeah.
Boba and Mando season 3. Hopefully.
Season 3 of Mando is probably not going to be till like next year though, like early, like January, February.
Well, Book of Boba is gonna be dope. I'm pretty excited for that. But honestly, the Ahsoka is probably one I really want to, because of Thrawn. I really want to see Thrawn live action. But the
But Obi-Wan though,
the
you're going to see Obi-Wan versus Vader. That's
I'm gonna say Obi-Wan, because to have those have Annie back. Like, it's gonna be good.
And he's gone. Okay, he's
Okay.
gone.
The fact that you continuously call him
I will
Annie or Little
continuously
Annie.
call him Little Annie.
Okay, so mine for sure. My number one is
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, but my close second is the anime and or the manga, because there's a High Republic manga dropping soon that I'm really excited about, because it stars a female Jedi and she has 2 lightsaber hilts that look like katana
Yeah, I saw that.
hilts, which is really cool. So I'm really pumped for those 2 as well. As like
Yeah,
a close
hopefully
second.
it is that though, Andrew, and not something else. Like as the, like, because they haven't announced what the thing is, right? For the anime stuff. What story they're gonna use or anything.
Oh no,
That's what I'm
no.
saying. Hopefully it's that, or
Well,
my
I know
hope
the,
is.
I know the manga for sure is High Republic.
Well, yeah, the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know if the anime show is gonna be that. But
Right.
I kind of hope it's either gonna be High Republic anime or, fingers crossed, it's Lost Stars. If it's Lost Stars, I'm
I don't think that the anime is gonna be.
the mangas that they've done.
No, it's not gonna be a single story.
It's just gonna be like
Yeah.
a single episode for one anime
They're mini stories. Yeah.
mini
Yeah.
story. So it's not gonna be an
Yeah.
actual. I'm assuming they'll be canon, but they're not gonna be like an actual
Yeah.
like.
There's no
in-depth
way it'll be
series.
High Republic or Lost Stars. There's no way.
Stop hurting my soul.
It'll be something else.
What if it's like a 2-hour movie?
No.
So,
What?
It'll be an hour at most.
Yeah, I know.
So.
But yeah,
Right.
okay. So Obi-Wan is what everyone's pretty much
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, Obi-Wan. But thanks, David. We appreciate the voicemail and the love.
Yeah.
And it
for
sounded
sure,
like you were
man. Thank you.
driving, so maybe don't do a voicemail and drive. But whatever. Wear a
Yeah,
seatbelt.
please stay safe. Please stay safe. We would like for you to continue to be a listener of this podcast.
True.
And speaking of that, Lucy, we got a voicemail from Lucy. Voicemail number 2. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Hello there, everyone. Lucy here, back from my second voicemail. Due to some technical difficulties, I wasn't able to send this in time for the AUA, so I have some questions here for you to answer. Jeremiah, do you like Ahsoka from Clone Wars, Rebels, or The Mandalorian better? Andrew, did you arrange the guitar pieces for the podcast yourself, and which piece do you like the most? Drew, would you rather your standalone movie be about Broom Kid and Jar Jar or Broom Kid and the Mythrol?
Wait, I missed the last
A
part.
Broom Jar team up would be hilarious, although it would be super painful to watch. Also, you could do a top 5 least favorite Star Wars quotes episode. I think I know where the majority of the quotes would come from. Finally, it would be really fun if you did another AI Dungeons episode, especially if Ahsoka's in it. Thanks again for doing the podcast, and may the Force be with you.
And to you. Also, I missed the part because Andrew laughed so loud.
Yeah, because it was like these two legitimate questions that are like really thought provoking. It's
And
like,
then mine's
hey, Drew,
just like-
do you want your standalone movie to be Broom Kid and Jar Jar, or just Broom Kid?
Is that what she said? Just
I'm pretty
I thought you
sure.
said Broom Kid and Jar Jar or Broom Kid and the Mythrol.
Oh, yes.
Well, she asked the question for me first, so I'll go first.
Okay.
Do I like Ahsoka most in Clone Wars, Rebels, or Mandalorian? Well, we have the most content from Ahsoka, and so from Clone Wars. So that's like where I fell in love with that character. So like seeing her in Rebels was different because I think she's only in like 12 episodes or something like that, or 10 episodes. And
The
so
fact that you have that narrowed down to like within 2 of the actual number is not surprising. I
Not
don't.
surprising.
I don't
it's something like this. So she's not even, and sometimes she's only in there for like a couple minutes, like
Yeah.
so she doesn't really have much story. So I think I like her most in Clone Wars because that's where she has the most stuff. But like her in Twilight of the Apprentice is some of the best stuff from her too. And then the live action stuff, like we've only had one episode with her, and I'm excited for what it's gonna be. But it's still it's too early to tell for that one. But
Okay, so what's your favorite?
Clone Wars. Ahsoka.
Okay. Okay, so Lucy, yes, I did arrange all of the pieces, all of the music that we have so far, the intros and the outros, as well as the music bed for the ad, like the Wesley Andrews ad, even though technically that was from our recital and we like arranged that as a band.
And the
but yeah.
music that we play before the streams,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that was actually a completely different thing altogether that just happened to work for like background music. It was just my feeble attempt at trying to make like a lo-fi hip hop thing. But yeah, so I did do all the guitar, all of the arrangement, excuse me. Programmed all the drums and did the bass, which is why the drum beats are like super simple because I'm not super good at programming drums yet. But my favorite one.
Well, we do have a drummer in the podcast. If you ever needed an actual drummer.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
One-
I learned that
one
too
day.
late.
One day, that would be something to do. That would be dope.
Yeah. And Jeremiah, you can play the jazz flute.
Ooh.
No,
Jazz flute.
I'm good.
But my favorite one that I've done. I don't know. I would say
The Bad Batch.
no. I would say the outro, which was originally the Clone Wars season 7 intro that we just ended up using for the outro for everything. Like it's the outro for all of the stuff that we do now. I would say that's my favorite.
Was it the intro for Clone Wars?
Yeah.
I thought because you had an Ahsoka theme.
Oh,
in-
no. You're right. I did do the Ahsoka theme. I wrote that outro for the Clone Wars season 7 podcast.
Right.
And then we just ended up using it for everything else. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
All right, Drew. You want a story of Broom Kid and Jar Jar, or a story of Broom Kid and the Mythrol? What do you?
Probably Broomkin and Jar Jar.
Ooh.
Why not? It'd be interesting. I would hope that somehow Jar Jar would like accidentally kick him in the face or like do something funny and fall on him, or Dark Jar Jar and he just chokes him out and kills him and walks away. That'd be dope. But
Okay. There you go, Lucy.
yeah, there.
But Lucy, I invited you to join us on Discord, and I don't think you've joined. So, unless you're incognito on there, like undercover, but the invite is still there. I need allies. Okay, people just like team up against me on Discord
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's
and
because
just like,
you don't like all of the things that we all like.
True.
Like
I'm
the
sorry,
expanded
I'm an
universe.
independent thinker, and I don't just go along with the flow. Okay. So Lucy, here's my second personal invite. Join Discord. Be my ally on Discord because I need as many allies as I can. Because we're up to like 45 people on Discord now. So
Yeah, that's a lot more than 40.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that
I mean,
is.
I'm not wrong.
You're not.
I'm not.
All right. So do we want to fly on over?
Oh, I thought you would never ask, Jeremiah. All right. We're
So,
here.
Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
The Bad
official
Batch.
trailer.
Yep.
So
Would you say it was bad?
no, it was
Oh,
very good.
okay.
I would say it would be bomb bad.
Ooh, good. I like that. I like that. That was good.
So
I took that terrible pun and I made it into something through teamwork that we could both be proud of. Drew.
Daddy Palps in this chat said, "Get out." He wants you.
and if you are in Discord, you know why that's funny. Him saying that. So
Yup.
if you want to know some of the inside jokes that we're starting to have now, join
Yeah.
Discord.
Join
But
Discord,
anyway.
and also make sure you follow us on Twitch, because that would help us out a lot as well. So,
Yep.
anyways,
So the Bad Batch comes out on
May 4th.
Tuesday, May 4th, Star Wars Day, and It's a 70-minute premiere.
You're right.
I did not know that.
Really?
I
Wait,
didn't.
Drew, we talked about this in Discord.
Oh, probably. I just didn't know that. I'm not saying we didn't. I just.
Yeah, it's a 70-minute premiere.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
And so then that
That's-
same week on Friday, there'll be the next episode too. So that's a lot of Star Wars in 1 week.
That is.
And 70 minutes.
Oh,
I
so
gotta
there
wake
is
up-
going to be 2 episodes that week. Never mind. I lied.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they're the Friday one too.
Yeah.
Drew, wait a
So-
second. Did you just go from a Bang energy drink to a Red Bull?
The Bane one sucks. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna stick to the diehard Red Bull. Okay, why?
All right. As long as your heart is okay. That's
But,
we're fine.
Well, we
This
have
one's
the
like-
whole podcast to see how it goes.
Yeah.
so-
Okay.
True.
But anyway, so that's a lot of 70 minutes is a lot of Star Wars. So I'm assuming that's gonna be. I'm gonna have to wake up extra early now on that day. I get up like 2 hours early.
Or
just
you
so I
not-
can-
quit your job.
Wait, you're not taking May 4th off and watching Star Wars all day?
No,
Like a good Star Wars fan?
because I'm a working adult and I
don't do that.
Well,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm a working adult too, but May
That's-
4th I always take off because that's like the only holiday.
Well,
that
I'm in my
I-
30s and you're not. So
Okay.
once you hit that threshold, maybe maybe this September it'll be different for you.
No. No.
It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be really different for you in September. but so I'm excited. So we'll go through this trailer, kind of. What?
You just now got that?
Not a lot of people in the chat or listening us will know what that's referring to, but so we'll go scene by scene in this trailer and just give our thoughts and interpretations. So it starts out with the Bad Batch on Camino, we're
Yep.
assuming, and they're in the
Well,
little
it for sure is. It is definitely Camino.
right, and so they're in the what would you call it, like the practice arena? Would that
Yeah.
is that what you call it?
practice
Training
course.
practice course.
Yeah.
And Tarkin is there, and he's kind of commentating, kind of not commentating, but like he's like the voiceover during the trailer. He's like 5 to have special abilities, and they're stronger than a full army or whatever it was. And so they're like in this training course, and they're just destroying all these different kinds of droids. There's 2 different ones. So one's
Which, fun fact,
people are saying like the one is like the phase 1
it looks very much like a Dark Trooper.
Dark Trooper. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of that in the season about what that means. But then there's like these little flying like
Looks like a pill droid.
something like
almost.
that. Like we've never seen anything like this before. I don't think this design. It seems like it's something from like another like sci-fi series or something. But whatever they are.
Yeah.
And so they destroy they're just like they dominate in the course, and
The knife throwing is so dope.
Yeah.
but Tarkin, he's watching all this, and he's kind of like his whole voiceover and whole thing in this whole trailer is like him. He's very yes.
Tanner in the chat said you should share the screen so we can watch and see what you're seeing.
Ooh.
Since you're describing it anyways.
True. That way I don't have to watch on my phone.
Oh,
Have you seen this trailer? You've seen this trailer,
Of
right?
course. I did a live reaction
Okay.
on twitch.com/ or twitch.tv/Empire Radio.
let's see.
He said not to shamelessly plug, but here's a plug.
If you can, Tanner said.
Let's
Don't break
see.
it though.
Oh, is that gonna work?
Nope, because I don't see it.
You don't see my screen? Oh, well,
How about this?
How about Andrew do it?
I got you.
how do I get out of this now? Without like,
gosh.
because like it's. Oh gosh, Tanner, you screwed us all up. Okay, cancel. There we go.
No, he didn't. You guys seeing what I'm seeing now?
Yep.
Cool. Daddy Pop says, "I see a young man trying his best."
Oh gosh.
All right, you guys are both seeing my screen, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
The one that really matters is Drew because he's
Yes,
streaming.
yes.
Okay, that's good. All right, so Jeremiah was talking about this scene. We got, if I go back, we've got there's Tarkin. We've got the Dark Trooper looking droids. There are those. They do look like Phase 1. And then we've got the little guys they're floating, and then some really sick knife work. Okay, can we talk about how cool
Yes, we
that
can.
scene with Hunter is, where he jumps over the limbs of that one droid and cuts him off?
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
Dude, I feel like Hunter uses his knife more than a gun.
Yeah. So this is the part where Wrecker's like, basically he's like, "You got anything else?" And
Yeah.
Tarkin has already been talking about how like they have a problem with authority.
Yeah. And so, like, I feel that they kind of stole my idea, like, from my fan fiction about how Tarkin's
right.
gonna be like hunting. Oh, we do see later on in the trailer that he commissions clones to go hunt down the Bad Batch and
Yeah.
eliminate them. So
They
like,
definitely took that from you.
yeah,
For sure.
So, like, he's from the start, like, he's very like nervous about them, and when he specifically says like they don't follow orders well, I think that's a direct reference to Order 66. Like, he's saying that in general, but for us in the trailer, it's supposed to imply
Interesting.
that they don't obey
yeah.
Order 66, and that's why he wants them hunted down.
I like
And
that.
so,
Do you think they don't do it, or they just don't have the chip?
we'll never know.
I mean,
We probably will know.
we will.
I'm just asking what you
We'll
think.
we'll know because later on in the trailer, Rex shows up, and so
yeah, I don't have a thought.
he's
So-
gonna
Oh, okay.
bring it up to them, and then when that happens, we'll figure it out then. But
Yeah.
they get there's quick scenes of them like Hunter is saying like they're like not bad squad. What does he say?
He's like, there was one point that he's like,
I guess like put captions on.
we cause a lot of trouble, but we get the job done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got a shot of some V-wings flying over Camino. What are your thoughts on this planet that they're on when they're outside of their armor?
I think they're on Coruscant.
I was gonna say it looks like Coruscant, like not level 1313, but like maybe where like Anakin, like the bar scene in episode.
Yeah, like closer to the surface.
Yeah, but still kind of a rougher area. That's what it kind of looks like to me. It's definitely a different planet.
Well,
than
you can definitely see the
Kamino.
sky when
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he's on the top level.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It kind of still looks a little different. But
Yeah.
but then there's a quick little part where they still say they get the job done. They take down some B1 battle droids, and so that's like we're trying to figure out. I'm assuming that
So we
the
got a
show's
big explosion. And then if you can see right in the middle of the explosion, they're definitely walking out of the explosion.
no, are they? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hunter does a cool thing with his knife, and he puts his knife away, and then Wrecker is carrying something that I really can't tell what it is, but it looks really BA.
yeah. And so I think that the series is going to start pre-Order 66,
Yeah.
and then because we see in the first teaser trailer like the clone army listening to Palpatine's speech to the Senate, reorganized. Like,
Yeah.
First, like that thing. So I think,
No. Sorry, what? I didn't. Your voice cut out. I didn't hear it. What was that?
the Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire. And then Padme does her, "This is how liberty dies," with thunderous applause. Like, all
Wow.
that stuff.
Oh,
You
wow.
heard
So-
it here 1st folks.
We see. So I'm assuming that, in that first 70 minutes is when that Palpatine speech will, like, maybe at the end or
Right.
something.
Right.
But the most intriguing part of the trailer
There you go.
picks up next with a mysterious girl, I'm assuming is a girl, My initial thought was a girl. Her name is Omega, because if you look at the captions, her name's Omega.
Oh. Well,
And so
I did not know that.
So Daddy
is-
Palps in the chat asked, "Is that a female clone?"
yes, that's what I was going to get to.
Oh,
I think that is a. I want to say it's a female clone because it kind of looks like Cadet Boba Fett from Clone Wars, kind of. But the thing is, this girl is very white. Like, she doesn't have as dark of skin, so it's kind of weird that she's white with blonde hair as opposed to like a tanned New Zealand person.
Right.
What's the nationality like of
Maui.
New
Maori.
Zealand, or what's their?
He's Maori. Maori. Yeah.
Okay, so definitely something's different with this clone. But Omega is the last letter of the Greek alphabet, and so this could be like the last clone from the last clone batch or something, or the end. Her name is obviously something about the end, so she might be the last modified clone with special abilities or something like that. But she's very familiar with all the members of Clone Force 99. And so if she's also an engineered clone with desirable mutations, or
Do we know for a fact that it's a girl, though? Because I've definitely heard voices. Listen, I've heard young male voices that have definitely sounded much more female.
I think with the headdress that she has,
ooh, true.
that's supposed to signify.
It could just signify royalty.
It could, but usually something like with jewelry adornment, it's especially on the head, that's usually associated with feminine things.
Do you think this is the beginning?
The fact that she's on, I think because it's an animated show, they have to be very precise with their voices, and so they're not gonna have necessarily a female sounding voice for a male character, just because it's an animated show. And so I'm thinking that when you listen to the voice, I'm fairly confident it's a girl, but it's hard to tell.
Right.
But I think it's a female clone, and if that's her mutation is that she's a female, then somehow, or maybe with some other abilities or something, like, I think because they invite her with later on, and so only a certain kind of people can be in the Bad Batch. It can't just be a reg or a non-clone. So
Tanner did say though that until he was 14, he sounded like a girl. So just putting that out there, just for the listeners, honestly.
I mean, to be fair, when I was much younger, like in my teens, and I was driving and I go to drive-throughs, they would say, "All right, ma'am, pull around." Like, I'm not joking. Like, and they felt real stupid when I rolled up at the window. But
you should just go with it. Oh, thank you.
anyways,
all right, but so then after this, where she kind of goes through and names all the things, there's a little like montage of
because he's like, "You know who we are?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, and so this little
Daddy
montage of like,
Palps. Andrew is a strong, independent woman.
Dang.
I'll take that as a compliment.
so each clone has a little like of their ability showed off, like a little montage as she's naming off each
All of them.
person. But right after this is when
Okay, this is the sickest shot in the whole trailer right here.
the shoots
The
I didn't really
fact that what do you mean you don't get it?
So like he redirected the knife.
Yeah, Hunter threw the knife
Yeah.
and
Wait, that's what that was?
shot it.
All right, go back.
it was a vibroblade.
Well, yeah, I knew it was
I
Hunter's
thought
knife.
it came out of the gun. I didn't realize.
No.
No, Hunter threw the knife and he shot it and redirected it, and then it stabs the face of one of these droids.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
It's really freaking dope.
So-
Anyways, we've got a lot of different shots, a lot of things going on. Like, if you look, Hunter is shooting another clone with no armor on, and then in the background of that shot, I just missed it again, it's fine. Hunter has some bandages on himself wrapped around his waist.
So he's shooting clones, which means obviously they didn't take
We've got
Order
a
66,
Republic
or this
cruiser
is
engine.
after they're getting hunted by clones.
Oh yeah, it's
Well,
definitely
yeah,
after they're
because
getting
the
hunted.
next after this montage is when Tarkin arrives on Kamino in a unique looking ship
Yeah.
that's like an early version of the Lambda. Is that what it's called? The Lambda
Then
class,
yes.
whatever. Reminds me of that, like a early version of that. But this is when he says he wants Clone Force 99 found and wiped out. And so
Yeah. Just a quick note: Echo has the leg things that Rex does.
Mm-hmm.
the skirt.
Yeah, so it looks
It
like
looks super cool.
maybe. Do you think he got higher in rank?
I don't know.
They're their
'Cause
own
last-
rank.
True. Because
Yeah.
the last time we saw him, he
So that looks, Jeremiah.
had his own outfit.
This shuttle looks like a combination of, or like an in between, because it looks like the Republic shuttles that you see a lot in the Clone Wars. But it also looks like they've taken a step away from that and they're beginning to move towards the Lambda shuttle.
Yeah.
design.
Yeah.
So it's like an in between model.
Which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So then, yeah, Tarkin does show up, and he shows up with some Coruscant. What I guess would be Coruscant Guard clone troopers.
Yeah. They're
And
with Palpatine, so
yeah, and then that's when Jeremiah, right? You say he's like, "Go! I want them hunted down."
Yep. And then we get a little clip of Fennec Shan,
Yep.
Fennec.
which is exciting. I'm excited for her being in this show.
For her
Yeah.
backstory more.
Yeah, we're gonna get backstory with that, and I'm just excited because it's the same voice actor as
Yeah.
live action, so that's pretty cool. And so then after, I don't know, it's kind of a weird misplaced scene because like it's that, and then it goes back to Kamino and them saying, "We gotta get out of here," and the girl Omega is with them, and Hunter says, "Do you want to come with us?" And so
So it's like mixed place.
yeah.
Probably.
So, but either way, like, and when they escape, it looks like they escape in Tarkin's ship.
So it's not the same ship.
Yeah, because
So
it has
that-
the
that
thing on
ship-
top.
That ship is the one that they used in the Clone Wars. They still have the same ship.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. But it is similar.
And so they're doing a space battle, and then we see a really cool shot of Rex walking up wreckage, and this could
Gosh.
be Baraka, where we see
Yep.
in Jedi Fallen Order,
Yep.
but also Baraka is mentioned in season 1 of my fan fiction, and so again,
You heard it
they're
here
copying
first.
me. We gotta send a letter of cease and desist to Disney because
Or they just need to give you a job.
they just
That's
need
one
to
or the
give-
other.
Just all they gotta do is just give Empire Radio a shout out, like
Oh my lord.
at the end, like in the end credits or something, like.
Yeah.
And
What
we
if they
get,
did that, Jeremiah?
We get like there's a special thanks at the end. Special thanks to Jeremiah from Empire Radio. Like if they did that, we would get hundreds of thousands of new listeners and
Cry.
We could-
We would all cry.
I would
start
try.
a Patreon, get all kinds of fan support, and quit our jobs and just do this full time. That'd be so cool.
Yep. 5 episodes a week. Just for you.
Oh wow.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know if we could go that hard.
We have to.
Hey,
We have to
full-time
hire
job.
people. We could hire Tanner to be our full time meme generator.
Mean Lord.
Mean
Meme
lord.
And so, I'm excited for Rex because
Yeah.
this is probably going to be just within a few months after we last see him because he still has his full armor,
Yep.
and so it's still looking really nice. And so I'm I'm assuming he's gonna mention. I don't know if he's gonna mention Ahsoka or not, because like he wants her to
Dude,
probably
what
be
if we
hidden.
see Ahsoka?
I don't think we will, and I.
Yeah, I guess
this
because.
will be controversial, but I don't want to see her in the show
I don't either.
because
I don't either.
I honestly, if we're gonna see any Force users, I would only want it to be Vader.
Yeah. I'm with you on that, Jeremiah.
Like, it'd be nice to be, kind of like Mando. Yes, we see, Force sensitive with Grogu and Ahsoka and them, but like, it's predominantly just regular run-of-the-mill people that don't have anything. So like, I want to see a Star Wars show where there's only like regs, in a sense.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited that I don't know if he's going to mention her because she wants to be going to hiding.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't because he doesn't want more people to potentially find her, so.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And so, see, moving forward, we see.
By the way, in this shot that I've got it paused on, we see a better shot of that energy bow that Omega has later in the trailer folded on her back. So that's
It kind of looks like a jetpack. Like almost looks like Boba Fett's jetpack.
Yeah,
Just
I can see
sideways?
that. Yeah,
It's like a
I
little
can see
tilted,
that.
but it's too flat to be
Yeah, because then you see it
in the
right
next
here.
scene.
Yeah, where she hits a clone with it.
But
Got him good.
that cool like electro like bowstring is interesting.
It reminds me a lot of the Night Sister bows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
And then looks like clones are marching on some sort of city. Like,
Yeah.
like some people are saying it could be like Naboo.
Actually, yes, that it has to be because that looks like the ceremony part in episode 1 at the end.
It's a much different location.
Are you sure? But those
Because
statues.
In
the
episode
statues.
1, there's a staircase going.
Yeah,
a big
there is
staircase.
a staircase.
It could be on the other side.
But that architecture would kind of
But-
reminds me
But
of.
And the
here's
trees.
thing. The people, if you notice, the people in this shot are moving back away, afraid
Yeah.
from the ATTEs.
And so this might be some sort of like planet that's resistant to
Yeah.
the newly formed empire. And if it was Naboo, it would make sense because Padme was critical of that move, but like obviously she's not alive. But if her ideology as a politician is reflectant of the people of Naboo, then they're going to see the problems as well.
Right.
And so this could be really interesting, and we could see a visiting of her tomb or something like that, or gravesite, which would be interesting. But while all this stuff is happening, there's a narrator going, and that narrator is Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera himself.
So that's cool that he's going to be in this.
Yeah.
And how he's just, we're going to see him moving towards the Rebel/Rogue One Saw Gerrera that we know, because he's still going to be fairly similar to his Clone Wars arc, but they definitely didn't change his.
Is this the same voice actor too?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I would have to listen to it closely. I wonder if it would be Forrest Whitaker or not, but
That'd be cool.
because the only thing that's different really is about his hair, and I think he has some scarring on his face too.
Yeah.
And so it would be interesting to see what role he has in influencing the Bad Batch, because Saw is kind of very extremist. He grows more extreme, but like Rex, he's not like that. And so if they're all meeting up, there's going to be that conflict of Rex versus Saw Gerrera in a sense, and the Bad Batch choosing who they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which would be cool.
Yeah, so we've got the next shot is from that same planet that we're speculating about, and I don't think it's Coruscant.
Really?
I don't think it is. I think it's another planet with a populated city.
Right.
But then we find out that what they're doing on this planet is.
But the
that
taxi
they're-
looks like that Coruscant thing that Anakin was in, kind of.
That does not look like
The
You
only
don't-
thing that's similar is
the color.
like the color. Yeah.
No, the shape of it.
the one that he was driving.
Yeah, it just doesn't have a top.
No, that was just a regular
Yeah, it was a regular car.
car thing. This one's like an actual like multiple people could, because the one Anakin was
Yeah,
in
that's a
was only
taxi.
two-seater.
Yeah. It's
This one's a taxi.
Yeah.
Anakin was not flying a taxi.
No, I know. It just looks like it kind of has the same design-ish to me.
Okay.
I mean, I can see it.
But I'm
But
sure they don't have one model of taxi that's only unique to Coruscant. Like,
No, but if it's the same vehicle maker,
but I'm
you
saying
know,
it could
like-
be on multiple planets, the same model.
you're not wrong. I'm just saying, when I first saw this, I instantly thought about that. Like, I mean, they sell Hondas all over the world, so this is just the space version of a Honda. You can have a convertible version with 2 seats or a taxi version.
Right. So, after the Saw Gerrera scene, we see some yellow droids of some sort that
Hold on
Wrecker
one
is
second.
fighting against.
Before we get too far in.
Yes.
I'm trying to. So Tanner in the chat asked what the Arabesh on the bottom of it is,
Oh,
and
I don't know anything about that stuff.
okay, hold on one second.
It says taxi.
So we have something, a K-looking thing, a triangle, and what looks like a J.
So you're going to spell this out right now?
Yeah. So we have a. Yeah, it's taxi. It says taxi.
Called it.
Surprise! It actually says taxi on the bottom.
Nice.
So, anyways, now that mystery's been solved.
Well, it literally looks like it has like the same design as a
Well, yeah.
taxi in the
Well,
top
yeah.
part.
So yeah, they're doing something with Finnick on that planet.
Yep.
For sure. And then
And-
we've got these yellow droids that Jeremiah was
Yeah.
talking about.
So, I want to know, like, where are they? Empire, or are they just like security droids on some whatever planet they're on?
They do have the same blaster rifles as the B-1 battle droids, or at least it looks like they're similar.
Yeah, but I don't
I don't
know.
know, because like they're, I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be like the security droids on some other
Yeah.
Yes, same. I
planet.
think they're just security droids.
but they're cool looking. And then we did a quick shot of a Zagarian,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
the slaver race
Yep.
with a light whip, and so that looks like that's also on what we think is
I
Baraka.
think it's Zygeria. I think they're on the planet.
Ooh.
'Cause
Trying
look
to
at the
bust out some more
architecture.
slaves.
I think the architecture in the background is the same.
What if Rex was captured and they're trying to get him out?
Maybe.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Or if other people are captured and Rex discovered them,
They're trying
And-
to get him out like other
and
clones
uses something like that.
to try to
Cool.
get
Like
rid
a
of.
rescue. They have some kind of rescue mission.
Because
led
we
by Rex.
still haven't seen. If we're seeing Rex, right? The other clones that Rex was with in Rebels, we haven't seen them yet.
No.
So maybe
Wolf and Gregor.
maybe Wolf and Gregor are slaves and they're trying to get them out.
Yeah,
That would be really cool.
it's possible.
It'd be interesting.
Yes, no? It's not a lightsaber whip. Tanner asked, "Is that a lightsaber whip?" But it couldn't be because he caught it with
No,
his
it's-
hand. It would cut
No,
his
it's just
hand off.
A light whip is what I think they call it.
Yeah.
But, and then it goes to them in their starship and going into hyperspace, and Omega being like amazed by,
The space.
because this might be her first time leaving Camino. And
Yep.
so, but I'm still interested in. I think it's all going to be about this Omega girl, something
Yeah.
related to her, and so I'm wondering if this Bad Batch is going to be a multi-season thing, or if this is like a one-time series.
I feel like it's gonna be multi-season.
Yeah, I doubt they'll just. I'd say it's probably 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
Did they say how many episodes it's going to be?
No.
it-
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet.
Right. But
But you know what I have seen a lot of recently?
no, I don't.
Coffee.
Coffee. You know who makes really good coffee?
Folders.
No, definitely not.
Okay, I'm gonna say it for that.
No. I'll say. Get out. That way.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Don't you dare bring folders into this conversation.
That is my heart. My
You're
heart
better off
hurts.
putting dirt.
But I
in
heard
your
that the best
coffee.
part of waking up.
No, it's not.
Nope,
It's
nope.
not.
Is
It's
Wesley in your cup? Maybe.
Amen. All right, let's just jump, because that's basically like taking a cup of dirt from outside and pouring some hot water through it. Anyways,
Yeah.
all right, we're just gonna play it. Here we go. Hey everyone, Andrew here. I'm pleased to tell you that the sponsor for today's episode is Wesley Andrews Coffee and Tea. If you don't know anything about Wesley Andrews, you definitely should. They're an award-winning coffee roaster and shop in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they make fantastic coffee. The awesome thing is that they have a subscription service that gets those amazing coffee beans delivered to your door on an either weekly, bi-weekly, or a monthly basis. Unfortunately, we're all being negatively affected by this virus right now. With that being said, what a better time to try some new coffee and support a local business. I know they'll greatly appreciate it, and we will too. After all, using the code Empire Radio with a capital E and a capital R with no space at checkout, when you start a new subscription at wesleyandrews.cc, you'll get 50% off your first purchase. I can't think of a better deal. Get 50% off, support a local Minneapolis coffee shop, and support your favorite Star Wars podcast. In the words of Emperor Palpatine, do it. Do it.
Do it.
Tanner is currently transcribing.
Literally the entire
Yeah.
thing, you guys, in the chat. But yes, go get your coffee today. Order it. I had someone request if they can order it across seas. And I actually don't know. So I just told them to order it, and if it doesn't go through, then we can't do it. But
It
yeah.
should. It's
Probably-
just going to take a really long time.
Yeah. And it might be,
So,
yeah.
What country?
I forget.
'Cause if it's I
think it was somewhere in
Zimbabwe, it'll probably
Europe.
take a lot longer. If it
No,
was,
it was someone in
London.
Europe. Somewhere in Europe, I think. I don't remember. They were recently new to the Discord and
Ooh,
everything. They were
That's
in
fun.
the Lego stream.
cool.
Sweet. Yeah, so that's the trailer.
That,
I'm excited.
yeah.
Yeah, I am too. It'll be nice to get something fresh. It looks great. It's going to sound great. The animation is
Phenomenal.
it's the best.
It's gonna be like Clone Wars Season 7 stuff. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that they're sticking with the same animation style.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Because that really reflects that it's a spin-off of an already existing thing.
It does kind of seem like it's a combination. It's like 70% Clone Wars and 30% Rebels style.
Oh.
But it's enough Clone Wars that I'm like, yeah, this is a natural progression of
It's
everything
Dave
that we
Filoni,
love.
right? I would assume.
Yeah.
He's head of animation, so
True.
yep.
Oh. Hey, Drew, did you see that in the chat? Action Savage. It was me, and it was Australia. So
Australia.
not Europe.
Nope.
Definitely not Europe.
My
It's
bad.
A completely different
Nope.
part of the world.
Hemisphere. And
Yeah.
But shout outs to Australia. And you, because you have a lot of hot toys, apparently. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're speaking Drew's love language at that point. His love language is hot toys.
True.
It's confirmed.
Yes, true that. I hope my wife is listening. But anyways.
I doubt that's going to be a thing soon.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, stop.
Just from a financial perspective.
Okay, yes.
Anyways,
Unless you want to trade coffee for what?
Your voice just got
you were
super
so
loud for some
loud.
reason.
I didn't do anything different than I was. Sorry.
you just sound like you just talked right through like one of those electric air horns. Just straight to the mic.
Nope. Just saying, maybe if they trade toys for coffee and stuff
Oh,
in Australia,
Ooh.
there's
we
a way
could
to.
get something to work. We can make something work.
Definitely. All right. Well,
Any
Anything
other
else to say?
predictions you guys have, or
I predict it's going to be good.
bruh?
yep.
Okay, so I'm the wet blanket when it comes to this stuff, as always, because I'm just
Oh
like,
yeah,
you know
that's
what?
true. You just like
I
to
just-
roll with it.
I just like to go with the flow, you know. So, because like at the end of the day, here's my unpopular opinion. At the end of the day, speculation is really fun and all, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna find out. I know that's like a really lame way, and I'm sure I'm making some people angry by saying that, but like, it's like I have as an adult a lot of things to put my mental bandwidth towards in a given day, and I'm just like,
Fair.
I
Okay,
just want to enjoy
could I
Star Wars.
could I ask a question then? How about that?
Yeah.
If any of them would die, which one do you think would be the first one?
Omega.
Wow.
Ooh, dang.
I guess if Vader kills him, then it'd just be like another kid.
Nah, I'm joking. I said that because she would probably be the weakest
Link.
link of the whole team, but I don't know.
I think that I wouldn't be surprised if they all were to die at the same
Time.
to save Omega.
to save her. Like if it's like only one season, like
Mm.
whatever her role is, it's so important that
Maybe there's
They're-
something about her that they're.
I think maybe she's a force sensitive clone or something like that. Like something I don't know. Like there's something about her that they're gonna have to want to sacrifice their lives so that she lives to fulfill some sort of purpose. Like I could see that happening, and somehow that relates to Order 66 and Jedi and stuff like that. And so if they're being
What if-
disobedient, then
What if? Here's a plot twist just for you, Drew. Okay.
Thank you.
I think
Here's
I know where
my-
you're going with this one.
Here's my theory. Okay. Daddy Palps put in the chat, are you really a Star Wars fan if you don't write a 5-page theory on a minor detail about a show that's coming out soon? And I guess you're right. I'm not unless I do that. So here's my shortened version of my 5-page theory. I think Omega is the first female force sensitive clone. She gets to live because the Bad Batch sacrifices their lives for her. She goes and gets married and has a kid. And in the process of the First Order rising to power, they get separated. And that child ends up in slavery on Canto Bight. And her son is Broom Kid. And therefore her son is you.
All right.
You heard it here
You
first,
heard- you
folks.
heard it.
Disney,
That's
you better be
right.
listening, because if you do what we just said,
That's
those letters in the mail.
And plot twist. Her husband is Jar Jar.
Okay. You had it up to the end.
No, but they adopt,
do you
and he's Broom Kid.
think
You're going down a path I can't follow.
Dude,
Boba
I
Fett's gonna
literally
be in this?
painted you the perfect story for yourself. Like
For
come on,
myself, thanks.
for you, for the
'Cause
Broom
I'm
Kid.
Jar Jar, you guys.
Yeah.
Do you think Boba Fett's gonna be in the series?
I hope not.
Because if Fennec is in there, and
I hope not. Also,
Really?
Drew, can we just make note of how many people there are 4. So I just made note of it, but how many people just enjoyed my theory
No,
in the chat?
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. You lost me when you said Jar Jar was her
sorry.
husband.
There is nothing stopping her. I guess he would be a lot older, but I don't know what the lifespan of a Gungan is. Okay.
They don't know what the life. Well, maybe there is actually some knowledge out there, but I liked it up until then. I think it
Oh,
would be a solid story arc, and I would be
Yeah.
okay with that.
I'm sorry, Jeremiah. What were you saying?
you said you hope that Boba Fett
Oh,
is not in this.
I hope, yeah, because
Yeah,
he's-
me too.
Okay, so we've got this resurgence of Boba Fett. You know, everything's Boba this and Boba that. You know, like he's getting hyped again as a character,
We don't need
and he's got
much
his own
more.
show.
We don't need
Yeah,
more.
exactly. I don't need. It's like the same reason why we were hoping Ahsoka's not in this. It's like just let them have their thing. Rex, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Right.
And
Wolf,
they can do it well.
all those other ones.
Sure,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is a clone. This is a show about clones. Like this, I don't want him to. And Finnick, but the reason Finnick
Boba-
works is because
Boba is a
Finnick's-
clone, but yeah.
Okay, well, you know what I'm saying.
But
Anyways,
I do agree with Andrew because I think too much Boba. Not saying that it's a bad thing. It's just gonna take away from the Book of Boba a little bit to me. So
the chat is popping off.
they are.
We've got someone who says, "Is there any way you can integrate Darth Watto? That might make it work." I think if he's pulling the strings and he was the one, because we know that Darth Watto was the Sith master of Darth Jar Jar. They had their own little Sith sect that they broke off, and he orchestrated the marriage of the two of them, and was trying to groom the child to be the next Sith Lord. But obviously they got split up, so that's how he works into the story. Also, we have
And
Tanner.
Watto was an owner of slaves, so
Yeah, he was.
True.
So
So
That is
Tanner said Drew is racist against Gungans.
yep.
And then Daddy
What?
Palps, this is one of my favorite comments, says, plot twist, the next Sith Lord is a porg. That would be the cutest Sith Lord known to man. So,
First of all, I'm not racist towards Gungans. I have Jar Jar.
Tanner
Y'all.
says, this is for all the musicians watching. Tanner says, Andrew, if you ever cosplay, call yourself Darth Klon. I would be really expensive.
I don't know what that
I don't know what that is.
And transparent. And overly hyped. He knows what I'm talking about. It's a guitar pedal thing.
Oh. Anyways, no, I want to be on the record though. I'm not racist towards Gungans or Jar Jar or anything like that.
Tanner laughed out loud.
And
My comment.
and also, if someone is listening to this podcast for the first time and don't know enough about Star Wars, your story is so convincing, people are actually gonna think that's canon.
Good.
So
It's about time. Look, if Jeremiah can write his own fan fiction,
you can write your own too.
I'm gonna write a fan fiction about the origin of Broom Kid.
Do it.
I am.
We would. Are you really? Are you joking?
I have a lot of things that I'm doing right now, but maybe sometime midsummer.
Maybe
we can
you
get
and
it going.
Jeremiah could like work on something.
Yeah, and it's gonna be your backstory
Oh,
as Broom
thank
Kid.
you.
Yeah.
This joke has gone too
His-
far.
His first act of anger as Broom Kid would be tackling someone off a snowbank and knocking the wind out of him, and
Yeah.
him finding that pleasurable, and it's
He,
like
he,
I
ta-
got
he taps into the dark side. It's like when Ray accidentally shoots Force Lightning, but
Yeah.
he just spears Jeremiah by accident. I figured out
What
how
have
to
I
do the
done
Palpatine-
when he's
the
down there and he
Palpatine
can't
thing.
breathe? Jeremiah's down there and he can't breathe. I just, what have I done?
Yeah. So, Drew, stand by.
All right, I'm staying.
There might be a Broom
Well,
Kid
I'm sham
fanfiction
sitting,
coming.
but cool.
Yeah. Just wait. It's
All right.
gonna happen.
All right.
It's my time to shine.
Well,
So yeah, all of that to say, I think Omega is gonna play a big role in the The future of
Of the
Star
clones.
Wars. No, the future of Broom Kid.
Okay. That you're
I love how Drew. I got Drew back in. He's like, yeah, I'm down. Yeah, you're saying good stuff. And I just took a left turn out of nowhere. Jeremiah is completely done. He has taken a full sit back from his mic.
Jeremiah and half the listeners that aren't in the chat are completely done already.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway.
guys.
So there's our speculations and our theories and everything that we think is going to happen. Also, if you are a new listener, you need to go listen to the Bad Batch fan fictions, both seasons.
Yeah, you do.
Before May 4th, okay? Because we need you to understand our excitement if something that Jeremiah called actually happens.
And it sounds like it is because I don't want to spoil it, but
it's pretty similar. There's some similarities happening already. So please understand that Jeremiah does not work for Lucasfilm at all.
Not.
And he works at the Big Steer.
Yes, he does.
It's a magical place. So you need to understand that if something he called comes true, it was complete divine appointment.
True.
okay, Dr. Watson.
Okay. Okay. Well.
All right. So with
that
that being
it?
said, any more thoughts or theories or remarks, anything?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, you have been listening to another episode of the Empire Radio Podcast. I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the force be with you.
Always.